Welcome everybody to the two-man power trip, the black man starting the nerd lifestyle. I'm Nicholas, Mr. Go with the Flow.
And I'm the man with the plan, Maurice.
And we're back with another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast. What's up, co-host?
What's good, bro? How you doing?
Good. Black Anime Podcast number 202 out here.
That's right, 202.
Yep. All right, let's kick it off. First segment, Vibe Guys, let's go. All right, man. How was your weekend?
That's a good question. What did I do?
Listen, September's flying by like a motherfucker. It wasn't until like this weekend came up that I realized that the following was gonna be me on vacation already. So I was like, shit, I gotta do a lot of work.
Hey, yo, I'm dead trying to figure out what I did this weekend. I know I did something. That means it probably was a good weekend.
There you go. Did you go for Jay's birthday?
No, I didn't.
I saw a few of the homies on the boat, so I was thinking I thought you went.
That was the plan, and then something had came up on that Saturday. Yeah, now it's coming back to me. It's bullshit. Man. It messed up my whole day.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, so by the time I got there, I wasn't gonna eat that. I got there got to Times Square around 7 something like that. And by the time I got over there, I just
heard that. That's a mess. Hate moments that ruin your weekend like that.
Yeah, everything that could went wrong.
Damn. So Saturday was topsy turvy.
Yeah.
What about Sunday?
Sunday, I definitely know I didn't do that.
Yeah, that was my mood over at Kenya's the whole weekend. I was chilling for the most part. This was a just chill back weekend kind of situation.
Yeah, not too much happened this week.
Yeah, for the weekend vibes? How was the week with work?
The week has been crazy, honestly.
That was the vibes that I was producing through.
Yeah, I had work, had her appointments, and so back to back, which I wasn't expecting.
Shout out to mom. Hope she's feeling well.
Yeah. So we had Tuesday, on Tuesday, and then the doctor said she referred her for appointment, schedule her. So the only appointment time they had was tomorrow, and the next one being available was March of next year.
Damn, what the hell? Had to take advantage of that quick.
So we took it, and I went back out there, and everything went good. It was just an evaluation, so just seeing how things are, checking her routine stuff. But man, I tell you, it was getting spicy. It was getting spicy in doctors.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, let me tell you. So I guess there was another lady there that was waiting to see the same doctor that my mom was there to see. Yeah. And then she kept annoying the nurse. And then she started talking spicy to the nurse. And then the nurse was like, yo, you got me fucked up. And then the lady was like, yo, I better not see you outside. And the nurse was like, nah, come see me outside and see what happened.
Oh, nah.
I was like, yeah.
Oh, so Mama Duke's finally battling with a grandma situation and shit.
No, it wasn't us. Yeah, so we just sitting in the office listening like, yo, what's going on, yo?
Oh, somebody else is having a grandma situation.
No, this is somebody else because we didn't know if the doctor had just left and we just listening in the hallway because we in the room and they're in the hallway and we're like, what's going on out here?
All the spicy drama.
Yeah, I was like, ooh. I was like, man, listen. I was like, oh, nurse done had enough of you.
Yup, shit. Fed up that day.
Yeah, I was like,
someone finna learn real quick.
Yeah, she was like, shit.
Can't get on nobody's bad side. Trust me, some days they got time for it.
Yeah, she had time today. I was like, man.
A lot of processes I've already seen through nurses and all kinds and all of us that work here. So it's like,
Yeah, and I was like, it's time to go.
Yeah. Before you see somebody. Before you see somebody go through a window like Cobra Kai.
Right, exactly. I'm like, we don't need no action Jackson happening up in here. Listen. Yeah, so between that and just trying to get stuff done for work.
Yep, I know that very well because on my side it's the same shit. And I got to prepare for. My supervisor came back Tuesday, so it's in the midst of me just making sure everything's cleared off the board for next week as I'm going.
Okay, and like I said, speaking of grandma, she ain't come back yet. Your friend ain't come back.
Well, okay. So speaking of something weird happened, I think Monday. So Monday, it was too early for all that shit. At like 9:00, people was coming up to the registration department, and it was already like causing a fuss, or some of the shit was happening. So like the first person came in and started hooping and hollering. I was like, it was like two situations that was going on that I was in my office and I kept yelling. I was like, 9:00. It's 9:00. It's 9:00. It just started. It's 9:00. Somebody was yelling. They was like, they weren't even in they weren't even registered to the health center. And before you get checked in, you always got to register and shit like that. But he yelling out, he like, I need an ace bandage. I need an ace bandage, this and that, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, we need your information, shit like that. We need some stuff that you need to put down so you're in the records and shit like that. Like, I need an ace bandage. He was hooping and hollering and cussing and all this other shit. I was like, it's 9 o'clock. Calm down. It's 9 o'clock. Just you the first person. Calm down. And then when they started to get him signed up and he started to sit down, somebody else came up. Now it's only like 9:08 now, and somebody came up and she was hooping and hollering and talking about, I won't take this disrespect for any longer. I was waiting down there for too long to get my vitals checking. Like, I'm like, they just started taking patients at 9 o'clock. It's 9:08. What you mean you can't wait any longer for your vitals to get checked out? Like, what?
Yeah,
niggas just turned on the machine. It's 9:08. I sat there. I kept saying it's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. I already knew my old supervisor and everybody connected to that shit, and registration was already stressed because that was beginning of the rush of bad day Monday.
Listen, that sounded that it was gonna be one of them days.
Oh, trust me, because that's only the pile. Now there's another situation. I went to lunch and I came back.
You know you can't do that.
Listen, I went to lunch and I came back and I heard this whole commotion go down. So this whole commotion go down, and I sit down and I'm hearing my old supervisor talk about how there was like a homeless man that came in that was hoopering and hollering on a situation that he was threatening to bite people in a situation. Now I don't know how the fuck this happened, but apparently somebody I don't know what's the situation, the context, how this happened, but like we have the booth door that like we're like, I keep explaining from before, we are like when we check in patients, we're in like a glass booth that only you could get inside if you like open the door and shit like that. And I don't know who or what the hell happened, but like the door opened and it looked like the homeless man kind of bum rushed through, and then he started messing with the computers and shit like that. And I was like, I don't, trust me, this all happened while I was at lunch. I was like, what happened? So apparently he bum rushed through and was touching computers and shit like that, and hoopering and hollering and shit like that, and they was trying to get him out. And this whole time I was asking, and it looked like my supervisor was asking like, where's security and all this situation. They had to kind of handle themselves and stuff like that. And then by the time I came back from lunch, they got rid of him and everything. But it was like there was a whole meeting going on, talking, and they was going back and forth talking about who's defending the workers in situations like that, and what's going on, because it's always, no matter any situation that goes down, every time we need security, the security ain't ready. Just like that old time with the pregnant lady almost getting into a whole fight, but like security is no help, and we gotta all survive on our own, and we trying to stay safe and shit like that. Like they was trying to quell this situation down from earlier before he got like really crazy and shit like that, wanted to bite people and shit like that. And all they did was like get rid of him for the day, but they always said he could come back whenever. And I'm like, there's no ban list on situations like that or nothing like that. It's just, we're always in the wrong no matter what.
Man, y'all got that AEW security out there?
Apparently, what the fuck? I came back from lunch. I was like, what the fuck? What? I was gone in less than an hour, and I don't know how the hell all that shit happened.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild. Son.
Yeah. I was like, what happened?
Man, you better start bringing the sticks with you.
I was like, that was the only time I'm happy I'm no longer designated into the booth or any of that situation. But I was like, what the fuck?
I said, start bringing the nightwing sticks.
Jeez.
Yeah, so that's wild. That is
that's a whole other situation. But beside all that, it's just been me in this spot just trying to fix up everything for next week in general.
Cool. Yep. That's it. For me, it's just been projects. More trying to, they keep introducing new things. And I try to figure out how to
implement them. Yeah.
So it's been a lot. It's been a lot of that.
All right. So that's good. And then as usual, tomorrow's your half a day, so you can breathe easy by the end.
I tell you, I didn't even realize tomorrow was Friday.
See,
that's kind of weak experience.
Hey, by the time we get to this situation, we know the Holy Land is right there. And then we go and try and maneuver these tickets tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
Yep. So that's on that. And now switch it over to the off the cuff segment of the week. So for off the cuff this week, I said something easy. I said, how do you feel about when songs get stuck in your head?
Oh, when songs get stuck in your head, man, it depends on the song.
Well, take it in all segments. What if it's a song that you hate, a song that's catchy, that you like?
So if the song gets stuck in my head, it's a song I typically like, or it's something that's thrown back. Yeah, the Captain had that Reba theme song stuck in my head for a couple days. But no, if it's a goodie and if it's catchy, it gets stuck. I catch myself humming it, and usually it's fine. Usually it's a good thing. It's like the bad songs usually don't stick.
True. I know when a good song sticks in my head, I get like, it's either on my playlist for my workout so I can hear it later, or like if it's the day of when I'm about to work out, I try to avoid playing it so it comes up like a surprise when I go work out or something. But if it doesn't come into like when I work out, if it doesn't play then my mind starts to get obsessed with it, and then like the next time I get a chance, I run that shit again, and if it gets stuck in my head, that shit's on loop like about 5 different times.
It's back in my head again, Captain.
See? The mere mention of the name, and it's just whoop.
Oh man! But yeah, like I said, if it's a good song, it'll just be there. It's just fine. I catch myself humming it and stuff like that.
Yep. A bop situation.
Yep.
What about if you if a song you hate gets stuck in your head?
Ooh, that's rare. Usually I'll just subconsciously dismiss it, so it won't get stuck.
Especially if it's like a song that you don't like. Like, have you ever had a situation where it's a song you don't like, and then it's like very trendy and a lot of people bring it up, or it's like in a lot of videos that you can't avoid or something like that?
You know what? I haven't come across that much. I haven't come across that much where it's a song I despise. Yeah. I guess it's because of the way I interact with music. The only way I can describe it is that I feel music. Yeah. So me, if a song is bad, it's got horror.
I feel like ideas of that is like if you're on TikTok and you're running through like a trend of something, and then you hear a song, and then it's either instantly like you started to like it at some point, but then the overuse of the song through videos, you're like, okay, all right, I'm already sick of this shit.
Oh, okay, I get it. Oh yeah, for that I just know. Yeah. I'm not gonna even tolerate it. If it's just irritating, away.
Okay. Give it on the shift and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh no, you got it. I heard you enough.
True. Let's keep scrolling on.
Yep. Nah, you got it.
Yeah, facts. All right, so that's how that works out. So that closes off this off the cuff for this week, and we're gonna shift into nerd/reboot news of this week on a small subsection discussion. This one's gonna be mainly covering the topic of D23 news, because we've had a lot like the last week. Disney bombshells is just happening like weekly on setting up. Like I think today they dropped their 6-year plan too, so it's like Disney owns the roost of whatever the hell's happening the next couple of years. So just in general, I'll cover like a few of them. We can have a bigger discussion on Little Mermaid. You saw the world's seen the trailer, and everybody has their opinion on the whole situation with Halle being the Ariel.
Right, exactly. I'm like, man, listen, they need to go on somewhere.
Yeah, the sheer audacity that I've seen of this week, and it's come up a couple of times every time I have you have your automatic Google Chrome news every time you open up the new tab and shit like that. I seen the audacity, especially when the article was trending where niggas was like, we have the technology to turn her white again with red hair, and I was like, y'all are out of y'all fucking minds.
I'm like, why are y'all so out of pocket?
They are super obsessed. Every time I see that news article, I'm like, all right, move this shit from my face, because I'm like, y'all are bugging. Right? Yeah, fiction.
Why are y'all dragging?
Yeah, they bugging for a lot. But this goes into what we was talking about with Elijah last, about why no space is safe for black people to be anything. And now added to the board is Mermaid.
Right, listen, y'all gonna make us bring back He-Man. Listen.
They gonna get Mr. T-Man.
Right,
shit, find out real fast. But that's the point on that. Bugging. They also announced a Mufasa movie.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
I am interested. I don't know why there was a couple of people arguing, talking about they need a Scar movie and shit like that. I was like, what are you talking about? This is gonna be Scar movie. How the hell y'all see the name Mufasa and don't think it's gonna be associated with Scar at all? This is exactly gonna be the origin movie y'all looking for Scar. Especially when Scar, that's not Scar's name. You gonna find out why he got the name.
Yeah, exactly.
They've been saying this for years. Scar is not his name.
No, you can't have a movie about Mufasa without digging into Scar.
Brother and finding out how he got the kingship over his brother brother who's been aiming for this shit for years. I'm super excited. Exactly. I'm super excited to see all the pieces come together with that, because they made a through line to the point that he killed his own brother. You gotta know there's a big ass backstory on this shit.
Oh yeah, we probably gonna get that. Well, I hope we do get that.
Oh, 100. There's no way they can avoid the elephant in the room of why these niggas hate each other. That's that. When they announced that, I was big hyped. So that is what I'm looking forward to in 2024. That's all eyes on that.
Bring it on.
I like it because it's on the trend of them doing the usual live action shit that they do, but it's new content they cover that's nowhere been found. So it's obviously they got to dig up and add to the lore. So I'm fine with that 100%. They're doing a lot of remakes that is just like soulless remakes. This they gonna have to actually put something together.
Fill it in.
Yeah, that's the big shout outs to D23, because a lot of people have been up their own asses about this whole thing because they see a lot of names and a lot of properties and a lot of stuff that they do. But it's like I don't like the argument that people have about Disney only doing their live action stuff, because it purposely makes it believe that you guys aren't paying attention, because in this D23 they announced live action versions of the remakes of their old property. They're doing prequels of the live action property that they are using. They're actually showing like future stuff of properties that they're using, and then they're showing new content of stuff that's all over the world. I seen what they're coming out with a show about Disney made show about a black owned property about Africans in space, and I'm like, nigga, nobody's talking about this. And they this is the same people arguing that Disney only puts out like they're only doing remakes of old properties and nobody's coming out with something creative. I was like, so you guys have avoided the series about black people in Africa with aliens coming down in the spaceship and everything. Everybody avoided that.
Listen, Disney been low key putting in that work, so
that's what I'm saying. They have another space traveler that's also Hispanic. I'm like, guys, y'all are missing the good new content that they're talking about.
Right? It's in there. You just got they're doing it.
They're picking and choosing what they want to complain about and not paying attention. Like when D23 announced everything, I made sure, because this is what I do. I made sure to share out all the stuff, and I said it the moment they put out another Hispanic space time traveler superhero type story. I was the first one to be like, all right, so where's the blacks? What's going on? And then it's like they heard me instantly. The next one they announced was the African space series. I was like, all right, Disney, you got it. You played my bluff and you got it. I fucks with y'all.
Sean's not involved with it, right? Sean's not involved with it, right?
Listen, LaShawn is working with Netflix. That's to come up with the shit that we were saying last week. Yeah, LaShawn's on the property. Who knows? Maybe he's got more luck with live action.
I'm just saying, the House of Mouse got bleached, so you never know.
Okay, so now we got to discuss this, because this week has been the big information dump for Bleach in general. So streaming rights, it seems like it has gone too crunchy. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. They have suddenly announced, because Crunchy was the one who made the announcement that they are getting the simulcast. So simulcast is happening, and Crunchy has said that they're doing the simulcast and doing the shit. So it looks like Crunchy is the one producing or sending out. I don't know what's going on. Honestly, Bleach is an anomaly. That's a whole situation that I don't even know what the fuck is going on. They don't want to drop an OVA to catch new fans on. They want niggas to run through the 300 something episodes in a short amount of time. They have the audacity to come out with the new season and not catch nobody up and expect everybody to watch 300 something episodes of Bleach, and they just go write it out. They dropped the commercials with Johnny Young Bosch. Yeah, they ran the commercials with Johnny Young Bosch that be like, sit down and watch all 300 episodes of Bleach. Fuck y'all if y'all new fans that got no time. Y'all gonna have to catch up one way or another. Welcome to this new animation and everything. Simulcast done by Crunchy that they said in a very low news, and they doing 4 cores, so we're getting 52 episodes of the last arc, and they're gonna spread it out over four anime seasons and shit like that. Like we don't know what's going on. Bleach is an anomaly right now, but shit's apparently it's all going out.
What in the Kenpachi is going on here?
I don't know, man. I don't know. they had niggas shook for a couple of months talking about Disney and not simulcasting and this and that situation. And Crunchy was sitting on this news for like months and didn't want to talk about it, but let shit stew with Disney for months. I don't, nigga, Bleach is in a situation. I don't know what's going on.
Man, listen.
Crunchyroll is situated to make sure that Chainsaw Man is gonna be the GOAT of the season. That's what they're working on. They see Bleach and they was like, Bleach is there.
What you mean? Bleach is there, man.
Bleach is there. Bleach is. This is giving me heavy pick and choose vibe. Like when My Hero Academia was coming out, and My Hero Academia was like the bigger thing popping. They were selling Black Clover like a motherfucker. Before Black Clover was like, before Black Clover hit that point where everybody started to like it, and when it first started to come out, everybody was calling it the Naruto fusion with Fairy Tail put together. And yo, Crunchyroll was like, we know we got like My Hero Academia over here, but fuck out of here. So what we're gonna sell to you is Black Clover. What you're gonna watch is Black Clover. Everything is Black Clover, Black Clover, Black Clover. And then we have My Hero Academia. Everybody was fucking with My Hero over Black Clover, but niggas was like, what you're really gonna get is Black Clover. And that's exactly what's happening again. They're like, well, what we really want to show y'all is Chainsaw Man, and we want everybody to follow Chainsaw Man. And then we got, and that's exactly how it is.
Oh boy, here we go.
Even it looks like it's gonna be a battle on New York Comic Con, because the premiere first episode of Chainsaw Man is coming out that Friday Comic Con for New York Comic Con, and then Saturday is gonna be the premiere date for the Bleach.
Wow.
Yep. So they gung ho. Like New York Comic Con got some hits coming to it. It's got that. DC actually has a fucking panel, so they got news to talk about it. They cancel everything for DC, but apparently they got news. They got something coming up for New York Comic Con.
Right. So yeah, they got a whole panel.
They deleted their whole fandom just to give a Hail Mary for New York Comic Con. So they got something.
Guess they got something to this lead. Like, y'all, yeah, that merger with Discovery over, y'all. We getting rid of them. Bring it back HBO Max.
Yeah, right.
I know, right? Wishful thinking. Thinking.
I mean, if they plot twist us there, then I would make New York Comic Con super big. So let's keep an eye out for that.
Right, this whole Discovery thing, it was a lie.
Yep. But back to the D23 news at large. All right, so they got live action Snow White coming. They got Inside Out 2. They got From Tales of a Jedi. They got Bad Batch. They got Mandalorian, giving Mandalorian season 3. They got Andor, Secret Invasions, Werewolf at Night, Hocus Pocus 2, Thunderbolts. This mad shit. Like Disney runs. Just define it as Disney runs. Everything fire coming out.
That's it. Trying to do it. They fighting.
Yeah, the mouse knows what's up. The mouse knows what. And then I shared with you the article that makes it even more artistic when it comes to that anime shit, because you saw that shit where they fucks with Korean content more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wow.
Yo, that makes me interested, because you saw how Crunchyroll, and we did this as one of our prior episodes that we posted out, God of High School. So now that makes me think, what would have happened if the mouse got their hands on God of High School? Would it have been more of a faithful adaptation than what the hell Crunchyroll was doing?
That's a good question. House of Mouse, you gotta answer that.
That makes an interesting prospect, especially now that they're getting the big heavy hitter of Solo Leveling. Like, if they fuck up Solo Leveling, that also makes me believe what would have happened if the House of Mouse got their hands on Solo Leveling.
Ooh, yeah, you're right.
Because they changing content and shit like that. And Disney would have actually been faithful to that shit, because now that Crunchyroll and they're focused with Japan, and all that shit, and Solo Leveling called out Japan's politics on shit like that, and it called it out so much that in the anime they got coming out, they had to change a couple of things, because they called out Japan on so many horrible shit that's going on there. They felt offended by that shit, so they had to change up. Like, I heard they're changing up some names and some situations and shit like that for it to go out. And on the flip side, ironically, I feel like Disney wouldn't censor it that much because they wouldn't give a fuck.
True, they probably wouldn't.
So it's like, what's going on with that?
Exactly, like, Disney,
Yeah, so
what are you really up to?
So we gonna have to see how that goes further with that shit, but it's look like Disney's trying to stoke flames all over the fucking place.
Yeah, man.
All right, so
yeah, right. That's oh yeah. So we getting Gargoyles remastered, huh?
Yes. That's another thing. So we getting Gargoyles comics, we getting Gargoyles video games remastered and everything. That's just good stuff. Gargoyles is looking up. So it's put that right in our leaderboard with Darkwing Duck getting its reboot, because we waiting. Keith is waiting because he did his callback during DuckTales, so he ready for being in the booth.
All right, thank you, Dizzy. I'm waiting for you to take this money.
Yep. I mean, y'all already took it, so I can get more of it if y'all want.
All right, give me a release date. I'm ready.
Fact. And on that same kind of energy with gaming news, at first I only had this leveled out to Tekken 8 was announced with a fire ass trailer and shit like that. But Street Fighter won up the motherfucker today. Street Fighter came out with that crispy ass new 6 trailer that made me convinced that I want to cop that, because they came out with a whole gaming community and shit like that, and creative fighter and learn the techniques of other masters and shit like that. Like Street Fighter 6 is about to change the game on that shit.
Wow, okay.
And the new trailer that they came out with custom your character and all the shit that you could play, from like retro mode and beating up the cars and shit to like extreme mode and playing different games and shit. Like that game is gonna look mad fun. They turn some levels into Double Dragon, how you can play the game and shit like that. Like mad shit. That game, Tekken 8 gonna look at that trailer, they gonna be like, damn, we gonna have to change up the game, because Street Fighter 6 to change the game.
Ooh, the C4 just kicked.
Oh shit, I know that very well. My can empty with that shit too.
I was like, ooh, okay.
So shout outs to them games. And then we are on the remake energy. You heard about that GoldenEye remake on the Switch? That's going online.
Yep.
Boy.
I tell you, the Switch has been looking up.
Yep. Oh, I already got heavy shit playing for the Switch when it comes to. I'm copping that Bayonetta. I'm copping that Sonic. Shout outs to Jack.
Yes.
I'm copping friggin' what else is? Pokemon. Like GoldenEye is just on that list now.
Yeah, a lot of good games. Yeah, we're actually almost in the fall, really.
Yeah.
It's wild to think about it.
Next week is fall, bro.
Yeah.
Next week is the start of fall. So we on that shit. We on that shit for sure. After that, we got shout outs to Abbott Elementary getting all the awards. That show is taking the world by fucking storm in like 1 year, and everybody getting the Emmys and the praise. Shout outs to the growth of Quinta and her putting everybody on and make sure they getting the Emmys and shit like that. Shirley Ralph, everybody, everything. That speech was powerful.
Yeah, shout outs to Shirley Ralph, yo.
Yeah, she been in the game for a long time, since Moesha Dreamgirls, right? Everything. Ooh, so big. And she just getting her awards in the judge do it, and that show is coming back next week with the season 2. So you need the heat. So you know the heat and the roast is coming all up.
Exactly.
I got my mom binged through that shit twice. She loved this. My mom loved that show. She started watching like 2 weeks ago, and she binged through the shit twice. She already loved it, so you already know.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yep. And then the last thing I'm gonna say is we got so they said it's gonna be a while for season 6 of Cobra Kai to be coming out, because they're working on a new Netflix show where they used to be writing and filming all like right when the Cobra Kai was finished. It's gonna take a while, so it looked like Cobra Kai season 6 about to drop probably 2024.
You know what? That's fine.
Yeah, they could work on other shit.
Give the actors something to do. Power Rangers cough.
I'm telling you that shit. Did you see any bit of season 5?
I'm gonna start it this week.
Okay. There's no spoilers or anything, but just they know they teasing me. Like the beginning of season 5 opened up and Robbie's literally wearing the outfit that Tommy always fucking wears. He was wearing the Eternal Greens and shit like that. He was wearing the green shirts with the green sweaters. I was like, y'all are fucking with me hard.
They probably definitely trolling.
That from the very beginning, the moment of Cobra Kai, before this shit even hit fucking Netflix, when it was on YouTube Red, I was like, this guy is a living embodiment of everything you could have wanted from a remake. He looks like he's supposed to be Tommy Oliver's fucking son. Y'all can't deny me looking at this motherfucker and I say he looks like a classic nigga born from the 90s. Like, come on. He looks like it. And he using kung fu and shit like that. And his style and his swagger. Everything about him yells Tommy Oliver. You cannot tell me this ain't a perfect time for Netflix talking about they want to reboot and remake the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and don't have him and Miguel in mind.
Oh man, Lord, you gonna wind up have JDF making an appearance in season 6 or some shit.
Sure. If they want to call season 6 like part 1, part 2, the finale of Cobra Kai, I just need Hilary Swank and I need fucking Jason David Frank to pull up as a fucking uncle or something like that. Like, listen, get this nigga on the payroll for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Like, he is so set up perfect for this shit. I'm like, you already got Miguel. His future is already destined in DC because he about to be Blue Beat. So just make him Red Ranger. And they can give me Red Ranger vibes every single day. So, and that nigga Robbie is Green Ranger. So it's in the blood.
So you're gonna try to get a cameo for Steve? You gonna try to give Steve some love?
No. I just say it not as a disrespect to Steve, but just because life just disrespect. I don't know what the fuck's up. Like, Steve don't do nothing but his job. And everybody out for his head. How the fuck does the news disrespect and put Steve's face on fucking
John, I was like, bro.
Really wanted to. What if the cops pulled up on Steve's house? Like, come on.
Like, nah, man, they said it's you. Like, yo, bro, that's not me.
Fuck? This nigga pulling out his ID. I am not Austin St. John. I am Steve. Nigga said, whatever, Red Ranger, come here. No, right? No.
SP done pulled up his house. Like, listen, they say you're guilty, so I'm sorry. You gotta go. You gotta go.
That ain't fair, y'all. All he was just the second Red Ranger, and he was disrespected with the blue and the back pain and all the other shit. Like, y'all killing Steve. He just doing his job.
That man can't catch a break. I'm telling you.
He really can't. Like, all he did was just play a role. He ain't even as beloved as Austin St. John. He get no respect. They throw him to the wayside. Like, ain't no love for Steve. He will always be number 2.
Steve, you need to become Psycho Red. Call it a day.
At this point, shit. That would have been a joke in itself.
Right? Like it was me all along.
I believe it. Hell, I bet you the actual nigga who was under Psycho Red gets more love.
Yeah, you probably right. That's fucked up.
I mean, damn, son, damn. It's a hard not like. But anyways, that's the end of my nerd and reboot on that.
Well, at least we know the thing that shall not be named is still where it should be.
Oh yeah. Yeah. With the whole CW mess and going down and every show being canceled from Stargirl and everything else. I heard, like, I think at the beginning of this week, Stargirl season 3 that just started. They already called it its final season. That's getting out of there. So CW is calling it a day. Like when Flash finishes, that's the end of it.
So they pulling the DC.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything resetting and rebooting and everything's trying to do whatever the fuck it could do. Hell, last week before D23, we got the last trailer of Black Adam too, because DC wanted their last leg of something before fucking Disney drop a whole bomb and more Marvel news on us.
Disney hit him with a rock bottom.
Yeah. And what shout outs to my boy Centron. He said if we don't get an electrified people's elbow in this movie, is it worth it?
Come on, we need to see Hollywood rock mirrors.
Come on. I mean, like, he already beaten the ass of the Justice League of Society. He got to hit it with a couple moves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyways, that's the end of all that. And you know we got to shift off to the main important. It's time for the main event. Main event segment of the week. We back with A Shot of Kurosake anime review, and we're gonna be reviewing a classic, Zatch Bell, episode 1. And
all right,
so let me dig into these fast facts real quick. All right, so the history. This series is also known as Konjiki no Gach by Makoto Raiku. Shonen manga and weekly Shonen Sundays. This ran from January 2001 to about December of 2007 with 33 volumes. The anime was done under Toei Animation, Viz Media, and Toei Animation overall in the TV product. Premiered in America on Cartoon Network under both Toonami and Maguzi after it was shifted over. Went from April 2003 to March of 2006, so a 3-year run span with 150 episodes and 2 movies. Currently, right now, Zatch Bell 2, the manga is going on from.
Really?
They've started a whole sequel. Started from March. I think they're about 5 or 6 chapters in. Return to Zatch. I don't know if anybody's seen the post and shit like that. Our boy has grown up. Like, this shit is fire. This is the perfect time for Zatch to return with a follow-up manga, and I hope they decide to look at that shit and be like, yo, I want to return with the anime with different animations and shit like that. That'd be fire to me. I would love Zatch Bell turn and push back to the glory days and shit like that. And that shit's fire. Story covers a competition to be king amongst chosen kids of a new dimension and book holders battling like Pokemon to see who's left standing. So that's the end of my fast facts. You got any fast facts for yourself?
No, fast facts.
All right, so we could dip into episode 1, the Lightning Boy from another / demon world.
Yeah, so the first thing we got was the intro.
Yeah, we got the intro. Instantly, because of my nostalgia nature with this shit, I did not realize we was gonna get the instrumental. So in my head, I started singing the actual theme to it. So I was like, oh, I didn't remember that it was just straight instrumental. So I was like, oh, it's a weird feeling missing lyrics at the time, but I guess the lyrics come in later. So I didn't realize at that time. So I was like, oh,
you're like, no, I was like, oh yeah, it was a bop. I like it.
It's a bop. But have you ever heard it with the lyrics?
Nope, I have not heard it with the lyrics yet.
All right, I'll send you that after.
Okay, cool. Right, so yep. episodes start, and we get our intro to Zatch Bell firing on this big bird.
Man, if this show was ever a time that just anime was just straight weird, we see a boy flying off the talons of a large bird called Washi, so he already got a relationship with the bird, and Zatch is looking for food in the city, and like, we see that little boy, it's a weird looking boy, flying off with a bird, trying to get food, and it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Heavy Pinocchio vibes here.
Yeah, I mean, he looked like he tried to be a real boy, but he's some kind of doll.
Yeah, so it was funny how he jumped off the falcon of that bird and then grabbed the fish.
Yeah, like, what's going on? Also, it give me heavy Kid Goku vibes.
I see that. And then, so next we get our intro to Kyo, and he's in his room, he's reading some crap, and his mama's like, yo, ass up, you gotta go to school, I ain't playing with you.
This nigga said he was ignoring everything. He's like, man, I don't want to be at no school. He already give off arrogant vibes because he's smarter than everybody else, and his mom alludes to him having bullies and no friends.
Yeah, he's like, listen, I'm smarter than them, I'm smarter than the teachers. There ain't no reason for me to go to school. Well, I'm gonna go there.
Yeah, he said, fuck them, idiot ass.
And then here comes Zatch Bell. He's like, no, you shouldn't. Why you don't talk to your mama like that? What's wrong with you?
Listen, this nigga came in busting through the window, and this nigga was like, what? Nah, I'm still dreaming, right?
So they got no shirt on. He got the fish on his back and hanging from the bird.
You tell me how this shit feel where a random fucking shirtless kid pops and busts through your room like nothing, talking about you shouldn't disrespect your mama. G.I. Joe. Like, what the fuck?
Yep, so Kyo done turned back around. He's like, nah, I can't. I'm dreaming.
I'm high as hell. Goodbye.
Right, I'm on the puff. Listen.
This nigga naked and wet with a bird and a fish busting through my window like, nah, bro, I'm high as hell. Good night.
And then so Zatch Bell done bust through the whole window with the bird and the
bust
fish.
Through it. Like, I'm talking about whole window exploded and mama downstairs acting like she ain't hear all that.
And then he over here talking about what happened to the room. I'm like, bro, you happened.
Listen, nigga, talking about respect my mama, respect my room.
And Kyo like, what you doing? And then he tell him, he's like, yo, pop said, he's like, here, take this letter.
Nigga must have thought, my pop sending child soldiers after me? What?
And so he reads it, he's like, yeah, son. He's like, I sent Zatch Bell to you because he don't remember nothing. He's like, all I got is this red book. I can't decipher it, mad smart. So I saved him and I need to decipher this book.
This nigga's dad is a whole professor. He obviously got to be smart or something. Says this to his son that he could decipher. What in the lexicon? I guess his son must be a prior genius or some shit like that. Because I'm like, Dad, if you can't decipher it, why the fuck you sending it after me? How smart is his son? He put his son on a high pedestal for that shit.
Yeah, that's the vibe we get. Is like, so he reads the note and he's like, okay. And then we see Zatch Bell in the background fighting with the fish, and then he eating the fish. I'm like, yo, bruh, that
nigga struggling to fight. This is definitely heavy Kid Goku vibes for sure.
Just so they know you talking about. Yeah, so he's like, you got to go. He's like, yeah, I know how to decipher.
I shout outs to seemingly so far he's got a good adventurous anime dad. Usually on the you already know, like, one parent's out of the picture or disappeared vibes, but he just doing his job and he cares about his kid in one way or another. At least he said a look.
His dad is not Goku.
I mean, he not there, but he trusts his son and shit like that. Like, it's giving me about the same situation. I mean, the nigga not here, so he not raising his son, but whatever.
But
he gives me some. It's the pro and the cons.
So continuing, so he gets the book. He starts reading the book, and then he chants the spell, and electricity start coming out of Zatch Bell.
Listen, bro, if his room wasn't already toe up, here we go again. He said Zacher or something. Boom! Oh, fuck.
He's like, what in the entire fuck?
Yep, but Zatch don't even realize he did the move. This nigga's like, what happened to your room again?
Right, son got his whole robe over his head. He's like, why is it so dark? What happened? Right. He finally got out of the room. He's like, yo, what happened to your room? Like, yo, stuff stay happening in here. And I'm just like, yo.
Nigga, he's like, what the fuck?
He's like, you gotta clean your room up.
Oh, you got orders and shit like that. So Kyo decided to bring him down to his mom, and mom ain't questioning nothing. Like, all right, so put this in context. This nigga comes with a letter from your husband out of nowhere, just a random kid, and then you just put the responsibility just completely on your son. Don't ask no questions or nothing. This nigga bring a whole new child onto your household, onto your roof, and you just accept it. Like, I'm telling you, anime got some down ass wives because they just agree with anything. They can just bring a random child into the house and be like, yeah, yo, this is okay. Like, now my husband cheating or nothing. Oh, okay.
I don't know. This must be a common occurrence, or this must be something in the regular. Because
this gives me Chichi vibes.
Maybe I don't know. You may be right. Maybe Pops is for the streets. I don't know. know.
This is Kid Goku vibes, Chi-Chi vibes. Like, I'm telling you, man, Zatch got a premise here.
Yeah, but she with Zatch. She's like, yeah, you gonna take care of him. He's like, nah, yeah.
Hell, the fact that Zatch uses his powers and don't remember what he does after Cost of Destruction gives me heavy Kid Goku vibes when he used to turn into the monkey.
True. And so Kyo decided, like, yo, you gonna stay? Mama's like, yo, you gonna stay and take care of him? Yeah. He's like, no, Kyo's like, I'm going to school. And then he grabs the red book on his way out. And so
I love how his mom didn't believe the powers part when Kyo was talking about it. Like, lady, you didn't hear the busting through the wall or the blast through the wall? Like, what's going on? This is your house.
Like, no. I was like, you're talking crazy.
Nigga, can you see my room?
Like, this little baby ain't did nothing. You probably did that.
Oh, you definitely vibed. This is Chi-Chi after she had Goten.
Yeah, it's like, you did that. Nah, I don't blame it on the little baby. That's exactly how Kyo felt. That's why he left. And then so his mom was telling Zatch about how Kyo ain't got no friends, fighting everybody else, all these bullies. And so Zatch was like, nah, leave it up to me. I'm gonna be his friend. I'm gonna be his number one friend. I'm gonna get him some friends.
He said, I'm gonna handle that.
Like, I got this.
Definitely kid. Like, the naivete off of him is definitely giving me Super Kid Goku vibe. Like, I'm gonna just handle whatever you ask me to do.
Like, mom's like, hey, you got this? He's like, yeah, I got this.
And then we find Zatch in his comfort duffel bag.
Yes, his green comfort duffel bag. Yo.
Fucking looking for Kyo through schools. I'm like, is there only one school in town? This nigga knew exactly where to go.
And then so we see Kyo in the classroom, and he's looking at the book, trying to figure out what's going on. And then the teacher asks him to solve the equation. This is a complicated ass equation, and Kyo solves it like it was nothing.
They tried to catch him slipping. He said, psych, bitch. I told y'all I was too smart for this school.
Yo, the teacher here was big mad.
Teacher was steaming. This nigga said,
right? You know, the way his son was looking at him, holding the chalk, shaking, like, yo, he was angry.
He said, I thought I caught you today.
Right? And then we see Zatch Bell in his duffel bag.
And then, not only that, Kyo was so smart, he made everybody in the class salty. They was like, man, this motherfucker need to go home.
Like,
smart ass.
Like, you so smart, why you here? I'm tired. Classmates ain't shit.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of hateration in the class, so Kyo decided to walk off until we stopped by and we get introduced to Susie.
Yeah, for that Zatch Bell, he peeped it. He's like, ain't shit. But yeah, like you said, then we got an intro to Susie.
Yeah, Susie wants him to stay. She talks him into all that stuff, and Kyo snaps back at her.
Yeah, getting all loud and spicy and disrespectful. And Zatch Bell can't take no more of that. He's like, what you doing, you piece? Yo, he jumps out of his duffel bag.
And comfort duffel bag.
Son was like, nah, what you not gonna do? Like, why you wilding like that?
Facts. And the running joke after Zatch introduces himself to Susie is that Susie can never get his name right.
Yup, calls him everything but his name.
Facts.
Yo, so when he sees that, he's like, yo, what are you doing here?
Exactly. And how you find where the hell my school was?
Yeah, I found you, son.
Pull up on his ass like that. So Zatch is out he wants to turn Kyo into a superhero or a beggar for friends. I like whatever.
Yeah, he's like first you become a hero of justice and you can fight some bullies and then you'll make friends. He's like, or you can make
either way. That first one gave me heavy Great Saiyan man.
So yes, we're starting Operation Hero of Justice.
Yeah, pretty much. Shit, catch Kyo into Dragon Ball Superhero 2.
Right. Exactly. And so he was like, yeah, he's like, listen, I got a backup plan. Look, if you don't like that plan, you can do this one too. He's like, that's even worse.
Yeah, fucking begging for friends out of these ignorant ass people. Hell no.
Right. So we going on chilling, and then Kyo did some grimy shit. He's like,
oh yeah, Kyo ended up ditching Zatch off on the roof with Susie.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, he's like, go up there. He's like, yeah, there's a bully up there, and so he's talking to Susie, who still gets his name wrong.
Yo, she was like, what up, Zatch? No.
Right? He was like, no, Susie.
And she makes it apparent. She says his shout out. She was like, yeah, I like Kyo.
Yeah, she's like, that's my boyfriend. He just don't know it yet.
She said, I'ma play the long game on that shit like that. She give me Chi-Chi vibes too.
Right? I was like, yo. And then so Zatch asked her, is she the bully? And she's like, nah, it's like the bully taking people's money and beating them up. And she described the bully in the background.
Nigga, we see the bully. Nigga, we ran into the school bully. The nigga name is Kane, and he definitely built like it.
Yeah, and while Susie was describing that, and Zatch Bell was like that guy? It's like, oh.
Kane looks 32. I don't know why the fuck this nigga at the high school.
I'm like, what? Yeah, bro. I'm like, why are you here?
Whose dad is that?
Right? And I'm like, bro, ain't no way you belong in this school. Like, how long you been here? How many times you got left back, bro? Because this ain't it.
Got left back for 10 years for sure.
Right?
And then in the meanwhile, we see off into the distance some dude named Ido and with his kid, with a kid himself named Hide, stalks out the roof and finds what he calls a Mamoto to jump after.
Right, and then he looking at Susie too, like, yeah, I'm making my girl. What, bro?
Nigga, I don't want some such shit. I tell you that.
It gives me Gelato 4 vibe.
And he calls Jiken, and then they travel through wind power.
Yeah,
but Ido give me big dummy vibe, because Ido just playing around.
Exactly. He was like, yeah, I'm just here.
Yeah. So Kyo hears about Kane and the trouble happening. He don't care at first until he sees the book.
Oh, a red book. Oh.
And he started to feel a type of way. And then we cut back to Kane beating the bricks off of Zatch.
Man, he was whooping Zatch ass.
I don't understand why, this nigga Kane is fucked up. He see this little ass kid at this high school and start beating the bricks off him. Like, the fuck's wrong with you, man?
Sunset, his hands is ready to eat for everyone.
Oh yeah, because if Zatch wasn't out here protecting Susie, he'd put hands on Susie too.
Yeah, he don't care. He don't care at all. Kane was like, listen.
In the midst of Zatch getting the bricks beat off his ass, Zatch is talking up Kyo, talking about like he the hero of justice, while Kane is slandering the hell out of him. He's like, you talking about that little Poindexter shit? He ain't care about nobody. He left y'all niggas on the roof. I'm beating y'all ass because he left y'all up here.
And Zatch ain't like that at all. Listen, he's like, you're not gonna talk about my mans like that.
Facts. He said, I'm gonna keep the honor of my man. Listen, you a punk bitch, and when he get here, he gonna whip your ass.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care if I'm too tall. Yeah, I don't care. Still a bitch. I don't care if you're way up there. You still a bitch.
nigga, I swear on everything. You still a bitch, and you ain't killing me too. Like, damn, he could throw your ass off the roof at any second. Nah, I don't care about nothing.
Right, and then he started going in about talking about how, yeah, like I said, he's like, yeah, Kyo's smart. He's like, listen, he ain't as smart. He don't like it. He just is. He's like, listen, he ain't do nothing to y'all. Y'all the ones that was clowning about him did him dirty.
Yeah, in the midst of all this, we see Kyo hiding, and he right by the roof, and he saw everything that's going down, and he could hear what's going down. He hiding and low-key agreeing with Kane. He like, yeah, man, don't trust in him. Fuck out of here. You know I'm a punk. Like, just let it roll.
He's like, just run away. And Zatch is like, nah.
Zatch and Susie on Team Kyo straight up. They waving the flags, Kyo, and they defending him and shit like that. And they talk about where Kane is like, where he at? And Zatch and Susie like, yeah, he ate bad sushi. He in the bathroom right now pooping.
they have meatloaf at work. They have meatloaf at school. And he in there taking a dump.
And he said he'll be here after he take a shit. He take a shit and then he take a shit on you.
Right? And then he finally busted like, that was refreshing.
That shit had me dying. Kyo popped up and he was like, that's a good one. Kyo.
And Susie was like, make sure you wash your hands. They really was just
they was selling the shit out of this poop joke.
Yo, I was crying.
And then instantly when he showed up, Kane put the bricks on Kyo, started hand with the 50-hit combo.
He's like, yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, you gonna get it now.
Kane ain't wait for nothing. All you hear, mink. He said, this the nigga you talking about?
Right? Yo, you see him get his ass whooped.
And for the instant, they was like, Zatch was like, all right, we gonna switch into Operation Pray for something to fall out the sky. And luckily enough, so did Ito fell right out the sky
and knocked Kane right on his ass.
Yeah, he done, and the power blew that nigga back and busted him out. So Kane was a non-factor no more.
Yo, for real, he's like took him out. He's like where these dudes from the Wind Ninja Academy came from?
They came straight out the sky, and then right after that, fucking Ito was pulling Susie on some rapist manner. This nigga called himself up into some Me Too movement right off the bat. This nigga was grabbing Susie like, you with me now. I want you and I like you. Give me here.
Yeah, Kyo was like, oh nah, not gonna do is that.
And Ito sees that Kyo is acting as a threat, so he blasts them back too.
Yeah, and they was like, oh word. He's like, yo, I'm gonna use book real quick.
Yeah, Kyo realized in the slow motion movement and everything that there's a kid behind him using the powers because he is trying to play it off like he the one with the powers.
Yeah, and so Kyo had his flashback. He's like, oh, so that's how it works.
And then like he was like, okay, I guess I can use the book and the maneuver and shit like that. So he realized a situation going on. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna hit y'all with some shit. And then he calls the kid and blasts back at him.
Yeah, clap back with that light blast.
Them niggas was like, oh, whoa, what the fuck?
Right? Oh, nah, we out.
Facts. They got the moving off that shit. And then once again, Zatch don't remember what happened.
Nope, Zatch's like, what happened? He's like, yo, dangerous stuff happening around.
Yeah, there's a lot of lightning that happens in this community. What the fuck is going on with y'all? I don't see no rain, no clouds, but y'all got a lot of lightning. That's weird.
Like, he's like, Susie, yay! Like,
So Susie just as belligerent as fucking Zatch at this point, because she's coming up with mind and theories over everything except thinking of exactly what just happened.
And Kane is like,
I'm about to retire as a bully. I got wind blasted. I see lightning. I don't know.
I'm about to go get a job. This ain't it.
This nigga said I'm about to finally drop out and get a job and then come back for my GED later, because this ain't the life of a 32-year-old going to high school right now.
Right? He's like, it ain't safe around here no more.
Nope. I can't beat y'all asses. Not normal anymore.
Get hit while lightning strikes stuff.
Mm-hmm. So Ito and Hide escaped in the situation.
Exactly. You got playing for this.
Then in the distance we see a princess and a dark warrior sees a spell and talks about it's time for the war for king status.
Right? Like, oh, okay. Let's go. So then we see back at Kyo's house, we see his room window or the room wall is boarded up.
Yep, whatever the hell he could do while Kyo is forced to give Zatch a bath.
So the question is, who boarded up the wall?
I mean, assumingly Kyo did. nigga hard at work. Nigga said, I gotta take care of everything in this fucking house because I'm the man of the house because my dad don't want to raise nobody.
Right? So he's over here watching Zatch Bell. Zatch Bell's like, yike, bub.
This nigga instantly got a little bro. I'm telling you, any other situation that wouldn't be an anime situation, a nigga sends a note and a random child just pull up and the wife just like, okay, I'm fine with this because you sent a note. Don't sound like he creeping, cheating, or nothing, but okay, whatever.
And then he sees Riley over here washing his head with soap. He's like, oh, horns. Oh, shit.
Yeah, that nigga got spooked out. He was like, whoa. Nigga got horns. What kind of kid is this?
Right? And
nigga talk about he working on hero playing and shit.
Right? Zatch Bell chasing the bubbles. And that's how the episode is.
All right, whatever. And it plays, and we got the same, as the intro kind of in instrumental order, and then we get the preview and all that stuff. So that's the end of the episode. So what's your final impression of the first episode?
I like the first episode. It sets everything up. We get our intro to the important characters. I enjoyed this fun little ride with this first episode.
Yeah, it gives me.
That's the trip.
Yeah, this is. I'm telling you, the way how you enjoy Dragon Ball and the way how you enjoy like a kid Goku and just a naivete and a super powerful kid. That's the flowing of this. I said the final impression I had on this show is wild in the concept of using demon kids like Pokemon and about to become king and shit, which is kind of all set out of in the first episode. It's wacky in scenes, but cool in a fight concept and interesting in a weird classic kind of way. So shout outs to like this invoking everything of anime in like one go. That's what makes this like a low-key sleeper classic of a hit.
Yeah, I mean, as an older brother, I can relate.
Exactly. And as a younger brother, I can relate to this.
Same. Mischief I got both sides.
Exactly. So there you go. So you can understand that the wackiness and the comedy just keep it rolling. I'm mad they really sat on that poop joke for so long. Yeah, he not here. He just in the bathroom pooping, and this nigga came out selling that shit like, I feel great.
Listen, they had to flesh it out.
That shit was too funny. This nigga selling it was the money.
Right? He's like, oh man,
that was great. So we can move forward in episode 2. A freezing spell, aka Gikaru versus Zaker.
Alright, so of course again we get our intro.
Yep, same vibes. And the recap of the first episode, kinda.
Yep. And the next thing we see Kyo in his room, read all kinds of books. We see Zatch sleeping in a hammock.
Yep. And first thing we see is this nigga fall out head first, horn first, and landed on Kyo straight on his foot.
Yep. He's like, ow! He's like, Kyo, why'd you wake up?
Nigga!
like, yo, don't use my foot as a pillow.
This is heavy big brother, little brother vibes.
Yeah, listen.
From the bunk bed and everything.
Right? Son was chilling, minding his own business. Right over, who's like, yo,
So we move forward and we got Zatch watching a weird TV show and instantly we see that and this is pointed out by Kyo while he's watching the weird TV show, that he noticed that Zatch is completely recovered from yesterday's fight where he got bruises. That's just all fine.
Yeah, Zatch is 100% healed. He all beat up still.
Yeah.
Like, come on, get it together, bro.
Like, what the fuck? Whatever. And then Zatch is confused by the concept of TV. He's trying to get the little people out of the box.
Right? And then the TV falls on him. And then her mom like, Zatch, what are you doing? I'm trying to figure out how to box. And she's like, no,
the naivete is strong.
She's like, don't do that, hurt yourself.
Yep. Oh, mother vibe.
Yep. And then here comes Zatch again with his little band with the Operation Heroes of Justice. He's like, listen, we still got more stuff to do. And then he throws the sheet away and he sees his back in his duffel bag.
He tries to try out all the different outfits. He come out and Kyo not fucking with none of them.
Yeah, he's like, you don't like this one? He's like, well, I got options. Hold on.
I love how he specifically cut holes in each of these shits to pop out perfectly in.
Hey, listen, he was prepared.
This nigga was. I hope nobody was trying to use any of those suitcases or nothing because he just cut holes through all of them motherfuckers.
Listen, he got repaired. He's like, oh, here come my suitcase. Like, yeah, you want like the red one?
This nigga was up all night cutting holes through all of your shit. I would have been pissed. I was like, nigga.
He said, I can roll. Look, here go the blue one. He's like, yeah.
His mom chimed in. She was like, you know what I like? The first one.
Yeah. It's like, which one you like? It's like, yeah, she picked the right finger out. Like, he's like, yeah, I like, that's my favorite too. So then now we see Keo in his duffel bag walking out Cherry Blossom. He's like, yeah, we're going to school.
And then they notice something weird going on because all the fish are frozen like Zatch's dream.
Right? He's like, oh, look at all your fish.
And they know it's weird because it's springtime. So what the fuck is going on?
Right? Of course, Zatch, he jumps right in. Yeah, trying to bite the fish. Yum, yum, yum. Like, yeah.
Look at this. It's stuck at some freezing prison.
Right? So while he's doing that, Keo looks around. He see old boy. He's like, oh, Zatch looking thing. He got a blue book.
Yeah, they catch someone with a book hitting freezing spells and robbing shit. And this is how we get our introduction to Rikon and Hosokawa.
Yeah, man. Some bad dudes. They stole homie car.
Yeah, that's instantly the first thing we see. They hit a freezing spell. They ran a nigga for his car on some GTA shit, and they ran rolling. I was like, why?
I'm like, dang, this what we doing? We stealing people's cars?
I mean, gee, this is the old adage that comes up. Like, what some people will do with all their power. Somebody defends justice, and some niggas gonna just straight rob shit.
Right? This is next door Uzi.
She reading her horoscope.
Right,
She dead ass trying to get Keo some food and ran into a whole ass robbery.
I'm like, what luck is that? What luck?
She said I should have read my horoscope right.
Right? You're like, you definitely read that wrong. Listen, they was trying to tell you, get up out of here.
She pulled up on Rikon and his Hosokawa they literally just stole a car in GTA style, and then they ran up into this bank, and she walked straight into this nigga's gun.
Right? It's like, bloop, like, she dropped her stuff. She was like, okay, all right, we cool.
Talk about an instant damsel in distress. Damn, Susie.
It's so funny. We see back school, we see Kane with the bandaged head up, walking by.
Yeah, rumors chatting all around the school about the Kane and Keo fight.
Yeah, man. Then we see Zatch Bell pop out of the dog duffel.
Yo,
he started talking up. He's like, nah, y'all not talking about my people like that.
Kane got big, man. He came back and
he's like, not you again.
He like, did I not whip your ass yesterday?
Right? He's like, you want more of this smoke? He's like, yeah, get him, Keo, get him.
Nah, Keo like, nah, I'm good. And he decided to dip school. Him and Zatch dip school after that.
Yo, Keo walking away. Zatch was like, yo, what you doing?
Nigga, I'm not trying to be with Smoke again.
And he kicked, throw on Kane and kicked Zatch down the stairs, man.
Yeah, this nigga abuses kids, yo. I hope this 32-year-old man don't got no kids of his own already.
So Karma gonna come to you, Kane. They gonna get right.
I'm already. That's why the wind blew him back in his brain all tied up and shit. Oh, dummy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so while they walking, they just randomly pops up a news video of a robbery in process. While they walking, Keo decided to look up and notice, what the fuck? Susie in a robbery situation. Right. He was like, how many problems this girl gonna get into?
Right? He's like they go Susie. It's actually like, they go Susie. He's like, oh, shit.
I love how they made a comment of that shit right off rip. He's like, this is the second episode. Bitch, how you already in trouble again?
Right? I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, Princess Peach.
Facts. God damn, this is turning into a got Mario and Yoshi situation.
Right? It's actually like, all right, we gotta go save him. He's like, what am I gonna do?
Keo comments and fears and realizes it's the guy that he saw earlier with a Momoto.
Right? That's like, nah, son, we gotta go. Stop being a bitch.
Keo is afraid off rip, but Zatch is ready to make a move.
Zatch is like, nah, we gotta go. Like, we can't let Susie get hurt.
So we go over to Hosokawa, threatening everyone, and Keo's like, shit. He's reluctant to make a move, but then he comes up with like a funny ass plan that just reverses on itself. So like while Hosokawa is like threatening everyone with the gun and shit like that, Kyo decides to pull up with his like bike and Zatch into the thing, and his plan was to like throw Zatch into there, and like he wants to have Zatch go into there as a decoy plan because Zatch don't really take damage like that, so he can throw him in there, and then he's trying to use the spell book to like hit him and then be unharmed and shit like that. But he throws Zatch, but in the middle of him throwing Zatch, like Zatch pulls the reversal in midair and chucks them both into the fucking room together, and that shit was just mad funny.
Yo, I was dying when I saw that. I saw like Zatch was like, you thought it was gonna be the plan. He's like, nah,
let's go. I was going in there alone, nigga. Like, nah, you coming too. It's a 2-for-1 special. Roll, right. Nigga, roll.
Right, now we both in this piece. We both in here.
Yeah. So when they get chucked into the building, we get our introduction, like name wise, to the princess and the warrior from yesterday. We hear the name of the warrior named Brago, and the princess princess passed by to see the duo get into the building, and they know about Zatch because they like off the rip they said Zatch's name like he did of the episode prior. These niggas know about Zatch.
Yeah. So now at this point, you know, Kyo trying to use the book.
Kyo trying to lay low and come up with a plan, strategy, and everything. And fucking Zatch already doing hero intros and shit, snitching about Kyo to Susie.
And so yeah, he's behind the desk. I'm like,
what the fuck, man?
Oh man. And Kyo's like, Kyo looks up. He's like,
I killed. Alright, I heard what it is.
And Susie, hi Kyo. Shut up, Susie. Go on.
Shit. So Kyo ends up popping out, but he already got a low key plan for it.
Right? You know, like I said, Zatch was like, he saw Susie. He's like, yeah, Kyo's here. She's like, where's Kyo? He's like, yeah, behind the desk. And Kyo's out there like,
that ass. But shout outs to his quick maneuvering. I don't even know how the hell he did this, but he already tied like a little rope between him and his chair. So he started bluffing. This nigga said, yeah, but I'm not alone. I got another nigga over there. And he starts shimmying the fucking chair so it can move. That's so the nigga turns around and he's trying to use a strategy to the shit. So he's like, all right, this nigga turned around. I'm gonna shoot him with a Zakir right at the back. So this nigga started shouting out. He said, Zakir! And the shit don't work. He like, fuck!
Right? He's like, damn it.
Rico and Hizukawa starts like clowning him right off the bat. He's like, oh, so you don't know how to use the book.
Right? It's like,
he said, shout outs. I'm gonna show you how to use the book. And then they hit G-Code on Zatch and freezes his ass completely.
I'm like, oh no.
Kyo tries to break it through force of will himself, but he can't do it. And they threatened. They said, well, if you want to save Zatch, he gonna freeze to death in there, but we could let it go if you hand over that book. And then he's like, I could have 2 kids for the plenty and go in this robbing spree with a lightning kid and a freezer kid.
Like, nah, can't do that, bro.
Mm-hmm. Hizukawa starts to threaten Susie, but Kyo's passion starts to heat up Zatch and the book in general.
Yep, the power of friendship
and whatever kind of passion coming out of this book for sure. So he sees the name loud and clear pop up, and Zatch hits the care and blasts these niggas right out the bank.
Right? Yeah, like nah, son. Point that gun at Susie. Oh no, that's a problem.
Facts. So obviously at this point, when the situation is handled, the police come marching in, acting like they about to do something.
Right? I'm like,
take all the fucking glory.
Right? See, this is maybe they're using the same security company you guys use at work.
Apparently, shit. Yeah, we did everything all along. We had everybody protected.
Right.
So once again, Zatch forgets.
Exactly. He doesn't know. He's like, what happened? Like he's like, yeah, explosions.
How'd you dismantle the enemy? As Susie along, selling it, talking about, yeah, I don't know how the hell you did it, but you did it, Kyo. I'm like, y'all niggas ain't paying attention. Hey. So Kyo has realized that the book connects of thoughts of Kyo to the book and shit like that. Like his thoughts have a way of working alongside with the book in general. Yeah, he realizes the book responds to emotion.
And then here comes Susie. You saved me.
Susie praises him and comes up with some fake ass story.
Yo, bruh's going through it.
Everyone cheers and happy and everything until everybody realized that Rico and Hizukawa already booked it, so they can't find these niggas at all. So that was waste. All right, thank you, police.
Right, and Zatch Bell will post pictures of
and then in the meanwhile, we cut to Brago and the princess wonders what's up by explaining the war is coming for King again.
Like this war, I'm like,
yeah, that's an interesting concept, especially the way how they're looking, especially Brago. Brago give me Sasuke, Vegeta, every antagonist vibe. Like he about to be the second coming of whatever big antagonist we got coming up.
And the next thing you know, we back to Yo's house on TV.
Yeah, they see themselves on the news and everything. You're like, how the hell that happened? But Kyo already realizes, he's like, Kyo and his mother realizes, they're like, there's something different about Zatch already. Like, he already got kind of bigger, he's stronger, and I like the juxtaposition they showed in the episode, because the beginning of the episode, how Zatch couldn't lift the TV, now he lifting the TV, spinning that shit on his finger. I'm like, oh, I yoked up.
Right, see the book flashing up red shit.
Yeah, another, like, this is exactly how this is becoming a human concept of Pokemon, because Zatch has leveled up, he got stronger, and a new spell has opened itself, so he got something called Raw Shield.
Yeah, he's learning new moves.
Exactly, you got that little noise pop up. Zatch learned a new skill. Zatch is strong as hell. Like it's looking up for Zatch.
Right, it is. That's how we end the episode.
Yep, and the theme hits the same, and we got another preview, and that's the end of the second episode. So, what's your final impressions on the second episode and the show so far in general?
So I like the second episode. I like how got introduced to more people, so we know it's not just him. And Susie's gonna be a problem. I can see that already.
Yep.
And overall, I enjoyed both episodes. I'm gonna continue watching this. I like it. I give it a thumbs up.
Did you watch this back in the day?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay, so that's my generation for sure. As I was watching Toonami, Maguzi, all that shit, all around Zatch Bell. It was one of those shows that it had a lot of episodes, but the episodes that I seen coming on off of Toonami and Maguzi, all in general, where it either was an afternoon show after like the Kids WB after block finished, and around 5 p.m. you would run to Toonami or Maguzi. They played that, and then they would get to like around episode 50, and then they would do the annoying thing that Toonami loves to do. Once it hits episode 50, they never show you episodes past that, and they just reset the series all over again. So I had to go on YouTube years later to watch the entire series, only to find out they didn't complete the dub, and then I had to run over into the sub, which was another mess of itself, because then you started hearing new names, new concepts. Like, you realize how American treated, like, once again 2000s and 90s anime in general, because they changed names, they changed concepts. Like, these were regular kids called Momotos, which you never realized that they was just covering up for the word demon. These are demon children.
Well, the horns probably gave that away.
It gave that away, but as a kid you don't realize. You just go with the name Momoto.
True.
So everything about it, Zatch's name was Gatch. Like everything started to feel like a whole different concept once you started watching the sub. You're like, oh, I don't get what the hell is going on anymore. But you continue on the series and everything's good with that shit. So definitely something to continue on. It's a great series. It's one of those classics that got a whole bunch of episodes, and it's a good ride to go in. And then once you finish with that, I mean, it's a perfect time because they got the sequel manga going up, and I hope they continue with the sequel manga to the point that we get a revival of the anime. I mean, everything getting a revival, so might as well everybody appreciate. Like, it's a cult classic that people know and love Zatch Bell. So that's definitely going to be a big build off to have it return.
Cool. Yeah. So like I said, it's on the list after I finish Love After World.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. So I said the show is as random old school meets like 2000s vibe as it comes with anime, but the jokes and powers and uncovering the characters make it fun. Selling a show on Pokemon with demon kids shouldn't work as well as it should, but it does for me. So would recommend to go further. This shit was fun. My low key distant memory of this is the show, throwback vibes of everything. I remember one of my first memories of going into Kmart, running all the way to the game section where they had the GameCube. They had the illustrious Zatch Bell game, which was fun as fuck. You played through a slew of different characters with different Momotos and different powers, and you was on the GameCube and you'd play as Zatch or Brago or any of the different Momotos, and they would shoot like energy blasts against each other, shit like that. Like that was extra fun. Like that was one of my like oldest memories of getting to play actual games in Kmart and just sitting there for hours and playing on the GameCube and playing Zatch Bell and just shooting shit at other little demons.
That sounds awesome.
That was a fun afternoon and shit like that. That was a heavy good memory of Kmart and playing Zatch Bell games. So shout outs to just Zatch Bell as a concept and games and shit like that in general. Because games will get you into anime real fast.
Yeah, they definitely will. Definitely.
Yeah, so shout outs to Zatch Bell in general as we close the book on that anime review.
I'm gonna look that game.
Oh yeah, look up the game. I'll send you the actual anime opening with lyrics and everything. Hell, I'm gonna look up the game after this because I haven't seen that in a while. And I want to see gameplay. Also, shout outs to those old classic games that I don't know if Nintendo has the rights to it or whatever's going on, but I'm not gonna lie, if y'all put it in like a Nintendo throwback section and shit like that, I will play Zatch Bell on my fucking Switch. If y'all put the old school GameCube games, I will play that.
Like, Nintendo need to hurry up and get that together.
Yeah, like put them GameCube games together together, and I will play that shit. Like the way how y'all got niggas spinning on this Golden Eye, I will play a Zatch Bell over.
Right.
Sure. So yeah. So we're closing the book on the Zatch Bell episode, and the preview for the next review episode when we get to it. The third segment will be we will be back on the couch doing comfy couch, and on the trending energy we have on Keenan hosting the Emmys celebration and shit going down, and the reunion that they had just out of nowhere that everybody loves. We're gonna be on that vibe as we review Keenan and Kel, the classic on currently streaming on Netflix, a Nickelodeon classic that everybody knows out here in the black community. We're gonna be tackling episode 1 and 2 of Keenan and Kel.
Orange soda on deck.
Yep, orange C4 on deck. That energy will be popping for us for sure. Oh, so on that energy, we got an email set up for y'all. If y'all got questions or comments or anything y'all need, or y'all trying to finally send us, press passes for all these events, because y'all want Blerd By Nature at your conventions for sure. We will bring the energy, we will bring the familiarity, we'll bring the New York out. Trust me, y'all have some fun with us. Oh yeah, heard that interview all the same. If y'all want to send us all that information, we'll find that on blerdbynature@gmail.com, Facebook and Instagram at Blerd By Nature, Twitter at Blerd By Nature. Nature spelled N8TURE. Co-host, hit us with the YouTube.
You can find us on YouTube by searching for Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Yep. And currently, right now, we got if you want to test one of our throwbacks, the Vault episode out now, and that will continue to drop monthly. We got the current MMPR going out there, and as we speak right now, our latest episode, our last upload, is currently the Ghostwriter episode 26, and just going off the vibes of that, do you have any last notes, co-host, before I hit the outro?
No, I think we're good.
All right. So on that note, thank you everybody for joining us today from Black Thought to Nerd Power. This is Nicholas, Mr. Go with the Flow.
And this is the man with the plan, Maurice.
And this was another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Until time, peace.
Peace.